Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something pretty profound, something we might often just think of as an emotion. Hope.
Right. Just a feeling.
But what if it's more? What if hope is this incredibly powerful force, almost unbelievable, that can unlock just extraordinary levels of endurance, performance?
A genuine competitive advantage, even.
Exactly. To really get this, we need to go back a bit. To the 1950s, there was this striking experiment by Kurt Richter, Harvard guy. So he wanted to see how long rats would swim, basically, before just giving up. He put them in these tubs of water, and the average time, what he found, about 15 minutes. That was it, their baseline.
15 minutes, not long.
But then Richter did something different, a key intervention. Just when the rats seemed totally exhausted, about to go under, he scooped them out, dried them off, let them recover for just a moment, catch their breath, a little respite. Then he put them back in the water.
Okay, so what happened then?
This is where it gets wild. They didn't swim for just a few more minutes, or even like an hour.
No.
They swam for 60 hours.
60 hours.
Yes, 60. Think about that jump. From minutes to basically days of effort. It's a 240 times increase in endurance. Almost unimaginable.
That's just staggering. And Richter's conclusion. What did he think was going on? It wasn't just physical recovery, surely.
No, that's what's so fascinating. He figured it wasn't some sudden physical boost. He concluded that the rats, after that brief rescue, they'd been given a reason to believe. They got a glimpse of possibility, like a preview that rescue could happen. That little intervention, it completely changed their perceived reality.
So they learned that giving up wasn't the only end state. Perseverance might actually lead somewhere positive.
Exactly. And their physiology, their actual physical capacity, it just followed that mental shift. It wasn't about muscle memory. It was about building belief.
Which then unlocked this incredible physical output.
Yeah. So the big question then is, if that kind of endurance is possible in a lab rat, what does this mean for us, for high-performing professionals, coaches, athletes?
How does it translate?
Right. Our mission here is to unpack exactly that. How this finding applies to your world. How hope isn't just this fluffy emotion, but a real trainable competitive advantage.
And this ties into Coach Ed Padalecki's work, right?
It's central to what he calls the 240x power of hope.
Makes sense.
It really does click, doesn't it? When we genuinely believe a better future is possible, and crucially, that we can influence that future.
Our agency in it.
Yes. Our capacity to endure, to push through challenges, to overcome setbacks. It just multiplies. It's not just thinking positively. It's like rewiring our internal operating system.
Absolutely. And this isn't just anecdotal. Hope is, well, it's a science-backed skill.
A skill, not just an emotion.
A skill. The researcher, C.R. Snyder, sort of the father of modern hope theory, he argued exactly that. Hope isn't just feeling good. It's a cognitive framework.
A way of thinking.
A structured way of thinking that directly fuels motivation, builds resilience, and ultimately drives success. It's something we can actively build.
Okay, so what does this framework look like?
Snyder broke it down into 3 core components. First, goals. Having a clear, compelling vision of a better future. Knowing what you're aiming for.
Got it. The target.
Second, agency. That's the belief that you can make it happen. You have the power, the capability to influence the outcome. Your self-efficacy.
The belief in yourself.
And third, pathways. This is your ability to generate multiple strategies. Finding plan A, plan B, plan C, all the way Z if needed to reach those goals.
So adaptability, resourcefulness, finding ways around obstacles.
Exactly. Creative problem solving.
You know, what's really striking, and Coach Padalecki points this out all the time, is how closely this mirrors the language used in high-performance coaching.
Right. The practical advice.
Totally. Think about it. When a coach says, focus on what you can control, what are they really doing?
They're building agency, helping you focus your power.
Exactly. Or when they say, there's always another way.
That's pathways thinking. Encouraging flexibility, finding alternatives.
Right. And visualize your future self succeeding.
That's goal setting, making the desired future tangible, motivating.
It's fascinating. These core ideas of hope are just embedded in peak performance practices. And when business leaders, professionals, train these same mental muscles, they unlock that same kind of endurance, that same capacity for success. It's not just for athletes.
It's universal.
Okay, let's bring this right home. To your experience, listening right now, every high performer, doesn't matter if you're a CEO, a coach, an athlete, you face your own version of that 15-minute threshold.
That point where it feels like you just can't go on.
Maybe it's that huge deal you poured everything into and it just evaporates. Or the funding you absolutely needed doesn't materialize. Now what?
Where everything feels like wading through mud. Motivation's gone. I've felt that midweek slump, staring at a task, thinking, how? We all have. And that's the critical choice point, isn't it? In that moment of pressure, of failure, do you give in? Or, like Richter's rats, do you cultivate a belief that another outcome is still possible? That maybe there's another hand reaching down. Coach P has this powerful idea that you might be just one reset away from your own 240x increase in persistence. It's not about pretending the difficulty isn't there. It's about changing the internal story. Think about, say, a startup founder whose first product bombs.
Okay.
But they find one little pivot, one unexpected angle that becomes their reason to believe. And maybe that reset leads to huge growth in a market they didn't even see before. That's the human 240x.
Okay, so how do we actively do this? How do we cultivate this hope?
Coach Padalecki offers some really practical prompts, part of his Today's 1% Better Daily, questions to actively work with.
Like homework for hope?
Kind of. First, do you have a truly clear, vivid picture of the future you're building? Not vague, but detailed, compelling, something that pulls you.
Okay, clear vision. What else?
Second, are you intentionally cultivating the belief that you can create that future? Really reinforcing your own agency, your power to act.
Believing in your ability.
And finally, are you truly committed to finding multiple pathways, plan A through Z, really dedicated to finding ways forward, even when it's tough?
So vision, agency, pathways. The call to action is?
Write them down. Visualize them. Actively train your hope. Treat it like a muscle every day.
Because the core message here, going back to Richter, your body, your mind, they'll go as far as your belief system lets them.
Exactly. You don't need everything to be perfect to start or to keep going. You don't need all obstacles gone.
What you need is?
A reason to keep swimming. A reason to believe a better outcome is still possible.
Coach P's words really hit here. Let today be your reset.
And remember your next breakthrough. It might literally be one moment of hope away.
So this deep dive, it really boils down to this. Hope isn't just wishful thinking.
No.
It's a trainable skill, a cognitive process. And it has real tangible effects on performance, on endurance, whether you're in an office, on a field, or just dealing with life.
The science backs it up. The real-world application confirms it.
So if 60 hours of endurance potential is genuinely inside you, like it was in those rats.
Then here's the challenge for you, inspired by Coach P. What's the 15-minute threshold you're facing right now? Your work, your life.
That point of wanting to give up.
Yes. And more importantly, what reason to believe will you choose to create for yourself today, right now, to unlock your 240x breakthrough? It's not about waiting to be rescued.
It's about actively creating the possibility of it in your own mind and letting that fuel your effort.
Precisely.
Remember Coach Padalecki's closing thought. Keep going. 60 hours is in you. Take these ideas, apply them to your own journey. You might just amaze yourself.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into Coach Ed Padalecki's really practical and powerful ideas. We hope you can start applying them to your own journey, maybe even starting with that 1% today.